Hi, I'm Jeff Gossmann, Assistant Director of Campus Ministries, and here is the Word of the Week. Have you ever dealt with fear? I mean fear like where you feel like you are shook, right? Isn't that what young people say today? Shook. There's a story in Scripture where King Ahaz of Jerusalem was terrified. See, there was an international alliance happening between Israel and Aram, and they were teaming up together to come against the king of Jerusalem. And Ahaz, the king in Jerusalem, was afraid. And the word of the Lord came to Isaiah, and he said to him, "Be careful, keep calm, don't be afraid, don't lose heart because of these two guys." And the word goes on, and he talks about it with much greater detail than what I want to mention today. But he says, it will not take place, it will not happen. He says, if you do not stand firm in your faith, you will not stand at all. And that's from Isaiah chapter 7. And I want to encourage you today, when you're dealing with fear that seems irrational, and it feels like it's locking you up, and it feels like you're shaking, let this word speak directly to you. Do not be afraid, he says. Keep calm. Do not lose heart because of this situation. And you know what's interesting about fears? Most of the time, our fears don't come true. I mean, sometimes you have to face your fears, yes, that's true. But the great majority of the time, the fears that we deal with are just intimidation from the enemy of our souls. Just trying to get you to be quiet, trying to get you to sit down, trying to get you to shrink back in fear and not walk into what God has for you. So I just want to encourage you with this word from Isaiah chapter 7. Be careful, keep calm, do not be afraid. And he says about the fears that Ahaz was dealing with, he says, it will not take place, it will not happen. If you do not stand firm in your faith, you will not stand at all. So I want to encourage you, be like David. When David was coming against Goliath, you had this 9-foot tall giant Goliath running and standing and defying the armies of Israel. And what did David do? Did David shrink back in fear? Not at all. He literally ran at the giant, swinging his sling and trusting in the Lord. So I just encourage you, run right after. Run right towards what God has called you to do. Do not let the enemy back you into a corner with fear. Be confident that God is going to help you, protect you. Stand firm in your faith and walk into that which God has called you to do. I hope that encourages you. Have a great week.